Because I really get good contacts, and it's starting to pay off. The people that are contacting me is really good. It's key, guys. So yeah,
we had a huge amount of people that responded to Sid's hygienic webinar from that, and I think it's because there's loyalty and trust. It's not just a cold call, or we're trying to sell them something all the time. They've been through the whole journey, the feature article, the podcasts, and so you arrive at a point where they trust you and they're keen to listen.
With the last webinar, like, asked me for the recordings, and we're starting to interact by email now, so it's really good.
That was a really good one. Thanks. We might use that, Kirsten, except we could literally look straight up your cat's bum during that process.
You don't have to do a lot of editing.
Okay, hi, I'm James Knight, and the reason that I'm talking with you right now is basically to get a very public and sincere thank you to you, Scott and Cherie, and the amazing organization that you have built, and the amazing technology that you have created.
Hi everybody, I am Julie Futcher and I am the sales ace, and I've been working with Maj3.com because what I initially wanted to do was to turn the leads that I get off of LinkedIn into sales. I've been working with them now for over a year, and I've got to say that those leads turning into sales using their system has been one of the most beautifully comfortable things that I've ever seen happen. So for anybody out there that is using LinkedIn and is not getting any money from it, you really, really need to contact Maj3.com and speak to the guys there, because they will show you how to do it.
The people there are really good looking and they're very nice. And well, realistically, I wouldn't recommend you guys if I didn't believe in it. So I am, and I've recommended a few companies to you now, so I guess I must believe in it. And I think that, particularly in this example now, that there are very few alternatives that work as well as what this technique does.
Hello, my name is Heinz-Joachim Schulte. I'm from the OEE Institute, and I've still finished my session with Scott, and it was a very, very good session, a very valuable time. It's unbelievable what I've learned in this 1.5 hours. So my advice, book Scott. That will be a good decision, and that will be very able for your business. Thank you, Scott.
But in basic, I'm a salesperson. My background is sales, but in the role that I am now, I'm in between factory and sales. In the first place, I thought that the Majestic tool was more marketing tool. That I thought that you will get a lot of contacts out of it, and then if you share information, that you indeed can bring it to a very big base of group. But what I now see is indeed that it's a really good sales tool. It's a sales tool to get connection, to create a base, to get to know people. We can create a very big base, a digital basic, and you see that some people are responding up to a certain moment. Then you can see that you can start a conversation.
Because it is through that technology that you have enabled me to stay connected with a network that has been ever increasing for the last 10 years. As you know, our memories are short, and that's good because we forget bad things that happen to us. But it's also bad because we forget good things that happen to us. And through my working with you, and us being able to provide quality content to people that we have, that I have connected with as long as 10 years ago, it has been enabled me to maintain those connections and to build a relationship. As you know, we talked about the fact that a relationship is a state of being connected. And it was through the technology that you have helped and developed and created that I have been using that has enabled me to stay connected with my network. And for that, I'm very grateful.
Well, from my perspective, we've been working with it for a while now, but in the past 2 weeks, I've managed to secure 8 meetings with factory managers. And, you know, so for me, it's definitely working. We're getting to the right people. It's easy to sort who you really want to do business with and who not. And if you follow the process, that's the kind of results that you're going to get.
That for me, the biggest plus, one of the biggest pluses is to make some sense out of this hundreds and hundreds of messages you get every day, and to communicate to people on a more organized level. That seemed for me is a big plus. The Maya works very well. I must say, to me, it's excellent.
Yeah, hi, Sydney Cowley from Verda, South Africa, hygienic sales specialist. Been working with Majestic and Scott and the team for just a little over a year, I think. And in that time, I've had great responses via my LinkedIn, great leads, the service that we've gotten from them, and the interesting topics, the interesting people we've gotten connected with has really been beneficial in my role as a salesperson at Verda. And yes, Scott, I'd really like to thank you and the Majestic team. It's really been an awesome journey, and I look forward to much more interaction going forward. Thank you very much, guys.
But we had a huge amount of people that responded to Sid's hygienic webinar from that. And I think it's because there's loyalty and trust. It's not just a cold call or we're trying to sell them something all the time. They've been through the whole journey, the feature article, the podcasts. And so you know, arrive at a point where they trust you and they're keen to listen.